y más personas se conectan. Hasta el momento estamos 13 personas conectadas. Yo creo que esperamos unas 2 personitas más y damos inicio. Entonces, en unos minutos empezaremos. Bueno, entonces mientras esperamos que más personas se conecten, les voy a compartir pantalla 2 segunditos antes de darle la palabra a Jamie. De nuevo, buenas tardes para todos. Me presento para los que están por primera vez conectados con nosotros. Mi nombre es Alejandra Salazar y soy la directora de Bolemi. Para los que no conocen Bolemi, Bolemi es como tal una empresa colombiana que se dedica al reclutamiento de estudiantes internacionales para universidades, en su mayoría en Reino Unido. Digamos que nuestro fuerte es Reino Unido y es el destino que más promovemos. Sin embargo, tenemos otros destinos. Para que sepan, básicamente todos nuestros servicios están siendo cubiertos directamente por las universidades. Esto quiere decir que, como tal, una vez ustedes inicien su proceso con nosotros, no van a tener que pagar ningún valor adicional por nuestro acompañamiento. Básicamente tenemos el acompañamiento desde el momento en el que nos dicen quiero mirar qué quiero estudiar o mi perfil de pronto a qué maestría se ajusta o a qué pregrado se ajusta, y luego los ayudamos con todo el proceso de aplicación. Si hay alguna alternativa de beca, los ayudamos con las becas. Luego les ayudamos con una orientación a todo lo relacionado con la financiación. Y ya una vez tenemos la financiación lista, los ayudamos con todo lo que es trámite de visado y trámite de todo lo que es preparación de viaje. De nuevo, les repito a las últimas personas que se acaban de conectar, nuestros servicios no tienen ningún costo para ustedes como estudiantes. Básicamente nosotros trabajamos directamente para las universidades y son ellos quienes cubren todos nuestros costos. ¿Listo? El día de hoy vamos a estar acompañados con Jamie Ash. Jamie es el representante para Latinoamérica de The Montfort University. Es una excelente alternativa para todos los estudiantes que están revisando opciones de vivir cerca de Londres, pero sin el costo de vida de Londres. Es una universidad que digamos que tiene muy buena calificación en su metodología de enseñanza. Es una universidad que rankea a nivel mundial. No les voy a decir que entre las primeras 300, pero sí tiene un ranking a nivel mundial. Y tiene realmente la gran mayoría de los programas que llegan a preguntar los estudiantes colombianos. Entonces, el día de hoy vamos a estar acompañados de Jamie. La idea es que hagamos esto un poco dinámico y vamos a dejar que Jamie nos comente un poco sobre la universidad y al final hacemos una sesión de preguntas y respuestas. El chat siempre va a estar abierto para ustedes. Lo único que les recomiendo es que por favor mantengan su micrófono cerrado para que no se distorsione la información que nos está dando Jamie, y todas las dudas que tengan las pueden ir poniendo en el chat. Al final haremos la sesión de preguntas y respuestas. Entonces, Jamie, muchísimas gracias de nuevo por estar acompañándonos en estos webinars. Te voy a poner ya a ti como host para que nos puedas compartir. ¿Listo?
Súper, muchas gracias.
Estás como de Montfort, ¿cierto?
Sí.
Listo. Te recomiendo, no creo que se conecten más personas, pero por si acaso de vez en cuando mirar si hay alguien esperando.
Listo, vale. Bueno, buenas noches a todos. Mucho gusto, mi nombre es Jamie Ash. Soy representante regional para Latinoamérica en la Universidad de Montfort. Voy a cambiar el idioma al inglés porque la presentación está en inglés y yo me siento mucho más cómodo explicando las ventajas de la universidad en mi propio idioma. Sin embargo, si ustedes tienen alguna pregunta, no entendieron lo que dije, cualquier cosa pueden escribir en el chat y después podemos hablar y puedo aclarar cualquier duda que ustedes de pronto tengan. ¿Listo? Okay, so as I said, I'm the representative of the Montfort University, and I work very closely with Bolemi in Colombia and support students that want to apply to study at our institution. Okay, so anything that you need, please contact the great team at Rolemi, and I will also be here when they contact me to support you with any questions, anything that you may need with regards to your application or the university. We have a very good relationship and we support students very closely, so you will not be alone in the process. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about our institution, and I won't talk slide by slide and word by word, guys, because I wanted to give you a quick summary really about who we are and why study with the Montfort University and what makes us a very special institution. And we do have some very unique points about the university. We have some very unique elements that will help you succeed in the future. So I wanted to start by this picture here, and why do we have things painted in gold, and what does the gold teaching framework mean? So in the UK, universities, there are various rankings, okay? You can look in the world and you can see QS rankings and lots of different rankings, but UK institutions and universities in the UK are ranked all together in a category called TEF, which is Teaching Excellence Framework. What does that mean? The government look at universities via various methods and say, how good is your teaching? How well are students doing? And are they succeeding? Have they graduated? Are they in employment? How did the university help the students? And when you get a very good ranking in terms of very good teaching, students are progressing well, they have jobs afterwards, you start to build up points in the ranking system, and the top award you can get is gold. And De Montfort got gold. So what does that mean? It means that our institution, the way that we teach our students, the way that students successfully progress and also get jobs afterwards is of a very high standard. And we're a very practically led institution, guys. So we are not a very heavy research institution. We are a very practically led institution. And we're a public university. So as you can imagine, we have a very high standard of teaching. So we're a reasonably sized university. We have 27,000 students. And of those students, we have around 10% international students from all over the world. So we are a very global university. We have lots of students from lots of different countries. And what's very nice is that we're located in the center of the city, and all of the students from the university live around the same area. So you're literally with UK students, with students from all over the world, and it's a really nice environment to be in. So you really do get an amazing experience at DMU. And the great thing about our institution is that we have a lot of programs. And I'm going to cover some of the programs that we offer within the schools, within the faculties, but there is most definitely a program for the majority of students at De Montfort, okay? So you may ask, where are we located? And also, how do you pronounce that word? And it's a very good question. And I've heard many people before pronouncing it in different ways, but I'm going to pronounce it to you now. It's pronounced Leicester, but it does not look like the way you pronounce it. And many names of places in England, in the UK, as well as words, do not look like the way that they are pronounced. So we've had lots of people say Leicester and Leicester and Leicester, but never Leicester, but it's actually pronounced Leicester. So you can really ignore the I, the C, and the E, and basically just use L-E-S-T-E-R, Leicester. And Leicester is very conveniently located. So first of all, it's just 1 hour from London. So imagine that is basically, if you're in Bogota, in a traffic jam, getting just from 134 to 100, okay? It's just 1 hour. It's a very close proximity. You just jump on the train and you're in the center of London. So lots of people even live in London and work in Leicester, or work in Leicester and live in London. It's very convenient. And Leicester's a great city, guys. It's a really, really great city. It's a very student-centric. It's not too big. It's very easy to get around. You can rent bikes and go around Leicester very easily. The university is located right in the center. And the best thing about Leicester is it's a very economic place to live. It's a low-cost city. So if you look at Leicester in comparison to cities around Europe, you can see it's a low-cost city. And lots of people say, Jamie, I don't want to study in the UK because it's too expensive. And I say, well, actually, if you look at Leicester as a city in comparison to Madrid, Paris, Copenhagen, any other cities, sort of major cities within Europe, you'll see that Leicester is very conveniently priced. So it's a really good economic place to study. And you'll see by our tuition fees that also De Montfort is a low-cost university to study. So I'm just going to pause the share for 1 second, and I'm going to go on to my presentation and start the YouTube video, because there is a video that I would like you guys to see, and it's very short. It's just 2 minutes long, just to get a little understanding about life in Leicester. So I'm just going to admit some more people. So people that have just arrived, you're just in time because you're going to watch a great video. So let me get to my screen and Safari. Okay, so I'm just going to start this from the beginning.
Welcome to Leicester in the heart of the UK.
A 21st century city with an amazing history.
Let's find out what gives Leicester its beat.
It's a great place to be a student. The DMU campus is right in the centre of town.
It's the perfect size.
Everything's walking distance.
There's loads of great cafes, juice bars and pubs in Leicester. On campus, around the city centre and around Braunston Gate.
The High Cross shopping centre is great for big brands.
We go shopping there way too much.
And the Lanes has a lot of cool vintage shops.
Leicester has the most amazing variety of food. Places like the open market for fresh produce, St. Peter's Square, or Narborough Road, which apparently has the most amount of spoken languages on any road in the UK. So if you can't find it here, you can't find it anywhere.
I feel like part of the community.
Leicester's a really active city with lots of great sports facilities. And it's the home of internationally renowned teams, Leicester City Football Club, Leicester Tigers Rugby, Leicestershire County Cricket Club. It's also easy to get out of the city to enjoy all kinds of outdoor activities.
I can get back to London in 60 minutes.
The rest of the Midlands and the UK are all easily accessible by road, rail, and we also have East Midlands International Airport.
Leicester has great nightlife, whether it's student nights like this or upmarket cocktail bars. We're in the city centre, it's 9:30 on a Wednesday and the party's already underway.
R&B, hip-hop, grime, rock, punk, loads of different genres. Theatres, comedy clubs, cinemas, museums and the National Space Centre.
There's a real sense of community amongst the students and in the city as a whole.
The Diwali celebration is amazing, the Festival of Lights.
Now that we've shown you what life in Leicester is like,
why not come and take a look for yourself?
All right, guys. So you've seen a little insight into what it's like to be a student in Leicester. So I'm just going to go back to my original PowerPoint presentation, which is here. Okay. I'm just going to double check that nobody's left a message. Okay, cool. So so Leicester, as I said, pronounced Leicester, yeah. So a really convenient city, guys. It's very nice, very student centric, very easy to get around. And so what is De Montfort all about? And you look at these photos and you think, wow, is that a university? Because we are a very modern institution. Many, many years ago, we were historically an art, design, humanities institution. So we always have our core of De Montfort behind art, design and humanities. And you see that when you walk through the campus. It's a very new, clean, modern campus with lots of amazing facilities. It's a very nice place to study. It's not like an old sort of rusty university. It's very green, it's very sustainable, it's extremely nice, and it's right in the center of the city. And you'll see by sort of pictures online that our buildings as well have very unique designs. So for example, the design of this building, which is at the bottom where you can see the sort of big screen with the apples, has Harry Potter style stairs that like intertwine. And that's our art, design and humanities building, the Vijay Patel building. And we're very equipped for all of the subjects that we offer because our facilities are great. We have amazing laboratories and everything to support you with your studies. So Talking about faculties and schools, so what do we offer? What do we offer? So we offer art, design and humanities, business and law, health and life sciences, computer engineering and media, and our Leicester Castle Business School. And what's amazing about our business school, as you can probably guess by the name, it used to be an old castle. So you are learning business in an old castle, which is very nice. And again, it really incorporates what DMU is about, because we've taken an old castle and made it modern for teaching. So it's an amazing place to be. So our art, design and humanities is one of our strengths. Okay, so if anybody's interested in anything to do with art, design and humanities, product design, fashion design, creative design, marketing, anything of those types of programs, we are great. And actually one of our honorary doctorates is Jimmy Choo, who's the very famous footwear designer. So anybody interested in anything to do with design or arts or humanities, De Montfort is your university. It's an amazing place to study. And we also have lots of internships involved with our programs, both undergraduate and master's degrees. So we have a great faculty of business and law. And what's amazing about our faculty of business and law is that the professors, lots of them are actually practitioners. So the professors, for example, of marketing or marketing management have worked in IBM, Saatchi and Saatchi, our strategic and digital marketing. Some of the professors have worked at Google. So you're being taught by people, professors that have been in the industry, that know the industry. And that brings me to the point that we are a practically led university. We obviously teach theory, and that's very important, but what do we do very well? We allow students to be prepared for their future career. So we don't just teach you the theory, we say, how do you apply that theory and how do you succeed in the working world and what are the modern examples? And that's why our students do so well, because all of our faculties, whether it's art, design, humanities or law, you are being taught by practically led professors that are very in the know about their department. And it's very important to remember. And you can see our business and law programs are amazing. We have a global MBA, which is fantastic, which is an entry level. We have strategic and digital marketing, international business to accounting, lots of programs to choose from. For those that have just entered the chat, I just wanted to go to the slide before to show you about our art, design, humanities. And this is one of our strengths. This is a really strong department of ours. These are not just the programs we offer, guys. These are the most popular programs. So remember, please have a look at our website or please get in touch with the team at Wilemi if you're interested in any of the programs. Faculty of Computer Engineering and Media, amazing. And what are the popular programs? Cybersecurity and cyber technology are huge at the moment. Data analytics and business analytics is very good. And on the other side, we have engineering. So we have engineering, mechanical engineering, mechatronics, software engineering. Our mechanical engineering, our students even help build F1 cars and race them. It's quite remarkable what they can do. And so we always have practically led projects as well to support students with their studies. And finally, in our Faculty of Health and Life Sciences, if anyone's interested in the sciences, we have some fantastic programs as well. And our nursing is one of the best in the country. So what about accommodation? I'm not going to talk to you about all the different accommodation, no way, because, you know, we've not got the time and everybody's busy and you can get this information yourself. But one thing I will say is that one, it's very close to campus within walking distance, just a few minutes walking distance. And two, as an international student, you are guaranteed accommodation. So you do not need to worry how, where, what do I do to book my accommodation? We will support you with that process and you let us know your options and where you'd like to live and we help you get that accommodation. So you don't need to worry about accommodation. We have something called DMU Global, guys. And what does that mean? What is DMU Global? So we like all of our students as much as possible to get international experience. So everybody that studies at DMU will have the opportunity to go and do a project internationally. So that could be an academic-led trip, it could be an exchange, it could be part over the summer or volunteering. And we support our students with this process. So anybody that studies at DMU will have the opportunity to go internationally as well as being in the UK. And these are just some examples, you know, so the year before last, before COVID, students were in Vietnam or Moscow or Nuremberg or Hong Kong. And once you get to DMU, which will be in September or January time, COVID will probably be a lot better. And I would assume that this will be back on, and you'll have the opportunity to go to some amazing countries and usually related to what you're studying. So international experience is excellent. And these are just some pictures, and we send lots of students every year to DMU Global. So as I said, what's life like in Leicester? Well, it's very nice. You can see it's a very nice city, lots to do, very conveniently located, close to campus, friendly people, student-centric and low cost. And here are some photos of Leicester. Really, really nice. So what about the costs? I keep saying to you low cost, and what does that mean? You can live in Leicester for around £850 a month. Okay, so that is one of the lowest costs of cities in the UK. And that includes accommodation and food, going out, your social life. And the great thing is you don't need to pay for transport. If you're in Leicester, you're very close to campus, and therefore you can just walk to campus. So it's a very affordable place to live, guys. Remember, it's a very affordable place to live. So low cost of living, if you look at this versus Europe, as I said, lots of people say, so I'm going to Holland or I'm going to France or Germany because it's cheaper. When you look at the equivalent cost, you'll see the difference is very minimal. And these are cities that aren't capital cities either. So you probably pay more to live in Europe than you would do in Leicester. So it's a really important point to make that just because you're going to the UK, not everywhere is as expensive as London. There are many, many affordable places to live in the UK, and Leicester is one of them. So what about the price of our tuition fees, guys? These are approximate fees, and they've actually changed a little bit this year. They've just been announced. So I do need to update this, and I've been saying this for a while, but I will. There's a slight change in fees by a few £100s, but roughly speaking, the average is around £14,000 for most of our programs, okay? Remember, postgraduate degrees, just 1 year, and undergraduate degrees, you could do this in potentially 3 years. So it's a shorter time, and these costs vary. But the great news is that we have scholarships for Latin America, okay? So we have regional scholarships, we have business scholarships, we have an MBA scholarship and a sports scholarship. So the regional scholarship is £2,000 discount off your tuition fees. If you get your offer and you pay the deposit for the offer, then you have a very good chance of getting £2,000 scholarship, because we award students with the scholarship that accept their offer to study with us that have met their conditions. And if you are studying in the business school, there are separate scholarships you can apply for, but you can't add them together. So whichever is the biggest scholarship you get, then you will get that scholarship and the other one won't count. But the sports scholarship you can. So if you are a very high level athlete, you can apply for the sports scholarship as well, if any of you are high level athletes out there. So effectively, you could reduce your tuition fees by around £2,000, and it could even be around £12,000 to £13,000 to study in a top public institution in the UK. So remember, it's a very good price. So what about English? So we have our own free English language test. So you don't need to worry about IELTS, you don't need to worry about TOEFL. We have a free test, it's online, and we try and do them once a month. And you come online, it's just 2 mornings. It's a Monday and Tuesday morning, or Tuesday and Wednesday morning. You do the test over 2 mornings, local time in Latin America and Colombia. And then you will get your results usually within 1 week, and there's no charge. And we do this because we want to show you that we want to support you in coming to study with us. So we were happy to offer you an English language test, and you can use this test to get into the university and to apply for your visa. So it's a really brilliant incentive. For any of our undergraduate students out there, you can apply directly from high school. So no foundation needed if you have the right grades and the programs fit with the requirements. So all in all, guys, it's a very cost-effective university located in Leicester, which is a very nice city, just 1 hour from London. We have international experience, guaranteed accommodation, amazing faculties with top programs, and also practitioner-led professors that will help you with your program and give you life experience. We support students with their jobs afterwards. We have a whole department called DMU Works that supports students with employability. So we have a department that will help you with your aspirations. Very nice campus and a really great student population. So if you want something that's low cost, high quality, then DMU is definitely the university to choose to study in the UK. All right, so I guess there's some questions. Ali, do you want me to stop sharing and you become the host and look at the questions, or?
Sí, si quieres, o sea, la verdad las voy a leer. Entonces, empecemos. Dice, gracias, ¿de qué se trata la maestría de Management Engineering en la Facultad de Ingeniería?
So it's a good question. Gustavo, do you speak English?
My English is poor in this moment. I have a course and I improvement, but this is my goal. When when I found my master, I tried to select the country and select the course. So I have to improve my English. But I understand.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but I understand everything. Your presentation, I understand. So in fact, I will ask you if are you going to share the presentation?
Yeah, so it's recorded, and Alejandro, you have the presentation, right, as well to send over.
Nosotros lo podemos enviar, claro.
Sí, that's fine. Yeah, so that's no problem. So, ¿quieres que te explique en inglés o mejor que te envío un enlace de programa?
No problem. Can you explain in English? For me, no problem.
Sure.
I seek a master about the, I don't know, improve process or quality management, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So the engineering management is to get you to a level of directorship within a company, to not only, so what you would expect from this program is to be able to work in an engineering company in a senior management role. So it incorporates processes of both engineering and management in one. So it's for graduates effectively that want to become professional engineers or who are professional engineers, but want to be in a management role within that sector.
Okay. I have another question. For this master, there are some requirements for the graduate. I don't know. I'm in industrial engineer.
Perfect. That's enough. So as long as you have an equivalent of a 2 degree, which would be in Colombia around the 3.6 GPA out of 5, then that would be sufficient for us, for you to become onto this program. As long as so if you're an industrial engineer, that's a relevant subject, and therefore you would have a good chance of being accepted.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Your English seems good, by the way. Have confidence.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. Don't worry. Good.
Thank you.
Of course.
Eso nos pasa a todos, así que
claro, la pena, la vergüenza.
Es lo máximo. Yo les hago una invitación súper grande. Nosotros les estamos dejando el link para que hagamos una asesoría, si quieren, personalizada, en la que entramos a ver al detalle cada una de las cosas que están o las dudas que les pueden surgir. Ya cuando vemos que están muy interesados en un programa en específico de DMU, podemos hacer una sesión one-to-one con Jamie y podemos entrar a revisar más a profundidad todas las dudas que tengan. Nos preguntan cuál es el precio de la maestría en ciencias biomédicas y dónde puedo ver el pensum. Entonces, yo les adelanto un poco para Jamie, de pronto nos puede costar o revisar un poco cuál es el precio de ciencias biomédicas. Sin embargo, lo más importante que ustedes tienen que tener en cuenta, chicos, es que todas las páginas web son supremamente informativas. Entonces, ustedes entran a la página web de la universidad y van a ver que ahí les van a decir cuáles son los módulos que componen la maestría. Entonces, ahí les van a decir cuántos módulos son, cuántos créditos tiene cada módulo, o les van a dar como una pequeña, digamos que un pequeño recuento de lo que van a ver en cada módulo, y digamos que ese vendría siendo el pensum. Entonces, así funciona un poco el tema de la información respecto a las maestrías y su contenido programático. Y el valor de la maestría está en cuánto, Jamie, ¿tú sabes?
El valor está en 15,000 libras.
Ok. Dice, are there internships for the master degree in finance? In which company does the university help to find an internship?
Yeah, so it depends on the program. In some of the finance programs, there might be, in others, there might not be. So you'd have to have a look on the page on the program. And if you can't find the information, then I can help you. But the second part of the question is, well, so let's take a step back. And so are there internships? And some yes, and others no. In which companies? I'd have to get you that information, but I know that we work with KPMG, PricewaterhouseCoopers, the big ones as well. So we're pretty well linked to industry. Does the university help you find an internship? Yes. It's one of our main strengths. The department that help you with internships and jobs just won an award for the best department in the country for supporting students with jobs and internships. What does that mean, Daniel? Doesn't mean they'll find you a job, because you have to also, you know, put your strength in finding that opportunity, but they will support you with what you need to do that. So they won't find it for you, but they would most definitely support you in finding an internship. And don't forget, once you finish your master's degree, you have 2 years in the UK to live and work. So that process of how do I find a job? What CV do I need? Do I need a cover letter? Where do I look? Our department will support you with that ambition.
Okay, Jamie, thank you. Yeah, I'd like to know about that because I'm very interested in studying stock exchange, things like that. I have a friend here in Colombia. I was winning a concourse in the Colombia Stock Exchange. I have the third place in 7,000 people. And so I won a scholarship here to study for, but you know, here in Colombia, the stock market, it's so small. So I have a friend that he's now is working in Altarius Capital in Madrid, and he studied in the, I don't know how to say in English, in el Instituto de Estudios Bursátiles. And when finished he master in that, the university helped him to get the internship. And after the internship, he continues to work there. So that was my question, and thank you for your answer.
It's really good. It's a very good point, and congratulations to your achievements. That's great. So I think, so you would be looking at the economics and finance programs most likely, and you would then be put in touch with DMU Works, who would support you with that process. Again, as I say, it's competitive because, you know, in the UK, the job market's very good. It's a very good job market. Fortunately, we don't suffer from the employability problems that Latin America do. So there are opportunities. It's competitive, but the university will support you in that process of finding something. And then, as you say, once you do that internship, it really helps you then to go into a full-time job.
Okay, thank you very much, Jamie. I'm sure that I'm gonna to talk with you in other case for more information about it and a specific case in some program or something like that.
Y Alejandro, si Daniel quiere hablar con alguien de la universidad de ese programa o en DMU Works, yo podría ayudarte para coordinar esa llamada, no hay ningún problema.
Claro que sí, genial. La siguiente pregunta es, ¿qué opciones tienen en los posgrados para arquitectura? Estaba aquí adelantando la respuesta y realmente hay varios cursos. Sí. Está Architecture Professional Experience Development, está Architecture and Sustainability, está solamente Architecture para pasar hacia la parte del Research, Architecture Design, Interior Design, International Urban Design. Entonces, realmente hay una oferta bastante amplia en términos de arquitectura para los que están interesados en este tipo de maestrías. Lo único diferente cuando son cosas relacionadas como hacia la arquitectura o los artes, tienen que tener en cuenta que para el momento de la admisión hay que hacer un portafolio. Normalmente en el link donde ustedes entran a ver la maestría, los módulos, los entry requirements, la universidad les va a decir qué debe contener el portafolio. Entonces, eso es lo más importante para la admisión de una maestría en temas de arquitectura. La siguiente pregunta es, ¿are there any master's degree related to food science and technology?
It's a bit more of a difficult one, food science. I'm just seeing if it's at master's level. I don't think so. No, we don't have, let me just double check if there's a food technology program. No, food science we don't, unfortunately.
Dale, no debería decir esto, pero Iván, tenemos otras universidades que sí tienen este programa. Realmente son en Inglaterra sí hay 160 universidades, hay 2, 3 universidades que ofrecen este programa. Es demasiado, digámoslo así, exclusivo o demasiado, o probablemente no es tan apetecido a nivel internacional o a nivel nacional, entonces son muy pocas las universidades que lo ofrecen. Entonces sí te podemos ayudar con una universidad que lo ofrezca, ¿listo? Que se me venga a la cabeza, Manchester Metropolitan University lo tiene. La Universidad de Greenwich en Londres lo tiene, entonces podemos ayudarte con eso. ¿Cuáles son los requerimientos para aplicar a una beca, Jamie?
Well, the requirements to apply for a beca, well, you'd have to pay your deposit. So we have because our prices are already very low, we have smaller scholarships to complement that price. So the only requirement would be if once you get your offer to pay the deposit, because once you pay the deposit, then we award the students that pay their deposits an additional beca of 2,000 libras. Entonces, lo más importante, si tienes la oferta y si quieres estudiar con nosotros, paga el depósito lo más pronto posible, porque ese les ayuda a acceder a esa beca y solo tenemos un número límite de esas becas. Entonces, los que pagan primero y confirmar el cupo en la universidad ganan esa beca.
Hay otra beca de 4,000 libras, es un poco más competitiva, también tiene un deadline, entonces cuando entremos a revisar las alternativas les podemos decir de pronto, pues, lo que les digo, no es tan sencillo porque ya la universidad de por sí tiene muy buen precio, pero sí hay oportunidades de beca, entonces lo máximo que podría llegar a ver son 4,000, pero digamos que la más común que obtienen es la de 2,000 libras. Sí. La siguiente pregunta es de Iván, dice, ¿Are students able to work while studying? And what about after finishing the program?
It's a really good question, Ivan. So yes, you can work whilst you study 20 hours a week. And when you're out of your term time, so during holidays, 40 hours per week. So it's a really good amount of time to be able to earn some money as part-time. And after finishing the program, as I mentioned, and Alejandra will be able to help you and her team with these questions, but you get 2 years to stay in the UK and live and work. So all you do is you switch over your visa in the UK to the graduate progression route, and you can then legally stay, live and work full-time in the UK like a UK citizen for 2 years. So effectively you could work full-time and pay whatever your master's degree cost in pounds, in libras.
Eso es lo más importante para todos. Digamos que una de las cosas que más nos preguntan siempre a nosotros es sobre el retorno de la inversión. Cuando ustedes se van a un país como alguno de los países que compone el Reino Unido, se van a ir a hacer una maestría de 1 año, cosa que incluso es una ventaja competitiva mirándolo en términos de lo que son una maestría o es una maestría acá en Colombia. Y segundo, pues aquellos que se financian con el ICETEX o como el Confuturo, pues obviamente se van a ir a ganar en una moneda mucho más fuerte que el dólar americano o que obviamente el peso colombiano. Entonces, pueden trabajar durante el tiempo que están estudiando. La gran mayoría de los estudiantes lo hacen con trabajos no calificados. Hay personas que encuentran también trabajos calificados y una vez se gradúan pueden pedir un permiso. Es un derecho que ustedes tienen, pero es un permiso que ustedes solicitan estando allá para poder quedarse 2 años adicionales. ¿Por qué no viene estampado desde un inicio? Porque el requisito es que pasen la maestría, que se gradúen de la maestría para tener ese beneficio de los 2 años adicionales. Entonces también es una excelente alternativa, es algo que el gobierno del Reino Unido anunció en febrero del año pasado y que se está empezando a aplicar desde junio de este año. Entonces los que empiecen a viajar en el intake de septiembre, pues pueden tener derecho a esto. Yo creería que les vamos a estar llamando entre María Paula, Viviana y yo durante el día de mañana para escucharlos 1 a 1, para enviarles información al correo electrónico. De nuevo, pues dentro del chat vieron que les dejamos el link. Y pues nada, pues estamos para servirles en todo lo que necesiten. Muchas gracias a todas las personas que se conectaron el día de hoy. Gracias a ti, Jamie, por tu tiempo.
Con mucho gusto, como siempre. Y muchas gracias a todos. Ojalá pues ustedes apliquen con nosotros. Estamos aquí para ayudarlos. Y mucha
Todavía
suerte.
se puede aplicar para septiembre. Para los que quieran, estamos muy bien de tiempo. Realmente
sí,
podemos aplicar para septiembre de este año. Las ofertas no tardan mucho con DMU. La verdad, hay otras universidades que demoran un poco más, pero DMU es más bien ágil con el proceso y tenemos el examen de inglés que es totalmente gratuito. Entonces, para los que dicen el IELTS, el TOEFL, me da miedo, obviamente pues el examen de la universidad también es tipo IELTS, pero digamos que nosotros les enviamos una guía de cómo se desarrolla el examen para que, pues obviamente la idea es que lo pasen y pues puedan pues, viajar a hacer sus estudios. Entonces, de nuevo, muchísimas gracias a todos y esperamos saber de ustedes pronto. Gracias, Jamie.
Bueno, gracias. Chao. Feliz noche. Chao.